This is a mug. This is a shoe or boot. The two shouldn't be interchangeable, but apparently on a World Cup match day, they are. Wait for it.
We had to go drinking. We had to celebrate. Yeah! Salud. The whole place is rocking all up and down here. Ended up at some bars. Ended up meeting a bunch of nice Aussies, drinking out of shoes, whatever. It was awesome.
You did what?
I didn't, but the Aussies did. The Aussies drank out of shoes. Great atmosphere, great weather.
Now that's a World Cup story.
A 5-month-old on a driver's lap inside a moving car. Deputies in Pierce County say the driver had just left a domestic violence scene where a woman reported being strangled by her boyfriend. He drove off with the infant unrestrained. Deputies found the car more than an hour later in Graham and made a felony stop.
Sir, stop walking away from us. Come back towards us, please.
The baby is safe. The driver now faces kidnapping and assault charges.
We have a warning from Seattle police tonight. Don't climb the trees. They have been getting reports of people climbing trees in Pioneer Square to get a better view of the World Cup watch party screen. Police say it's not safe. They're also reminding people again, stay off the pergola, which was damaged when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl earlier this year. Windows were broken. Many of the historic posts and pillars were tagged with graffiti. money was finally raised to fix all that damage.
We are literally able to do what we're doing today because of what happened in Juneteenth. We're able to be seen as Americans. We're able to be seen as people that actually have something of culture to offer that's worth it, that's of value.
Even though it's a focus on African Americans, it's for everybody. And you see that it's like a big melting pot. That's also what I love about Tacoma. Tacoma is a big melting pot, and it's just like we all help each other, so I love it.
Is there one place where it's off the charts where you competed in?
And Demetrius, not Puyallup. You can't mention Puyallup.
I would say Japan. I've competed in Japan. The Japanese culture, the Japanese fans, they understand respect. They have that samurai code. They never boo. They're always celebrating the athletes. In America, a lot of fans tend to boo if they don't understand what's going on in mixed martial arts. So if I engage in a grappling motion, attacking somebody's heel hook, going for a toe hold, going for a knee bar, the fans are like, boo! In America, they're like, boo, stand up, punch him in the face. Or in Japan, they're so educated, they're like, wow, he's attacking the ACL, the MCL, the LCL. Now he's attacking the foot. Oh, he's attacking the knee. They are intellectually ingrained in the culture of martial arts where Americans aren't.
Danza Monarcas is the first and currently the only group that celebrates Mexican traditional folk dances, but we reimagine them for, with, and by the queer community right here in Seattle.
And you started out small, I understand, with just a few friends. How did all this come about?
Started small. We used to use the reflections of a friend's lobby window to practice in. That was 7 years ago, and now we have year-long weekly practices that are free and open to the public. Now we have people well beyond the 3 or 4 friends that started it, and anyone can join regardless of experience. But we are for the queer community, for the Latin community here in the Pacific Northwest.
Beautiful. And how does it feel to really bring all aspects of your identity to this?
It feels amazing. We're the only people doing what we do, and in the Northwest, this is just feels like a safe, creative space to express ourselves, to celebrate these traditions that we love, that we grew up with, that mean a lot to us, but we're able to do them in a way that feels more authentic to who we are now. So we are debuting the group for all of Seattle at the Pride Parade. We're doing the pre-show, which we're really excited about. We have 3 songs that we've never done before that we're gonna dance to during the pre-show and then while we're walking in the parade. So a lot of practice, right?
Some people may not realize, too, that the Seattle area has a rich UFO history. You even made a film about the 1947 Maury Island incident.
In June of 1947, a man named Harold Dahl, who was a Tacoma resident, was out on a boat with his son, with his family dog Sparky, with 2 dock workers, and they alleged they saw 6 UFOs, 6 flying discs. That's the Maury Island incident. Incredible story, tragic story. One of the UFOs rained slag down, killed the family dog Sparky, burned the son's arm. So it's a really incredible story. But what also happened was the next day, on June 22nd, allegedly a man dressed in black shows up at Harold Dahl's door and does what men in black always do. They issued the warning, I know everything that happened to you yesterday when you saw these UFOs, so that was creepy. And then you better not talk about it or bad things will happen to you. So introducing into our culture True, not true, doesn't matter. That incident in 94-7 introduced everything we now know about the Men in Black.
Fascinating. And I want to talk about the Men in Black Festival. What can people expect there?
This year it's on June 20th. The bash itself is at Quarterdeck in Des Moines. But what they can expect is cosplay. You will be with 200 of your other favorite men and women dressed in black. We always get some aliens show up at the festival. We don't invite them, but they're there, and we are totally accepting of aliens. And we're going to have a great time. We have a look-alike contest going on. It's a really fun party. And on Sunday, we have a tournament, Flying Disc Dogs. Sparky's Revenge.
Ooh.
And you will from 11 to 1 o'clock at the Des Moines Fieldhouse. It's free, it's family friendly. You get to watch dogs in a fetch and return competition. And the theory is 79 years ago, the disc got Sparky.
Ooh.
This year, the dogs bite back.
After years behind a walk-up window, the McDonald's on 3rd and Pine is letting customers back inside. I'm Bethany on the King News Desk, and if you've spent any time in downtown Seattle, you know this isn't just any McDonald's. The restaurant closed its lobby in 2020 and became known for serving customers through a plexiglass-protected window aimed at ongoing crime and safety concerns in the area. The location has developed a reputation online. I checked TripAdvisor with reviews describing drug use, drug dealing, and frequent disturbances around the restaurant. 3rd and Pine has also seen serious violence over the years, including a 2020 mass shooting nearby that left 1 woman dead and 7 others injured, including a 9-year-old boy. Now, customers can once again walk through the doors, but signs posted at the restaurant say it's still to-go orders only with no dine-in seating and no public restrooms.
This is not unique. We've seen previous mayoral administrations put out similar goals and press releases, and then nothing has changed. And so we would like to see some consistency, more engagement, a plan addressing all the systemic issues.
Every day there's a large crowd that open drug dealing, selling of stolen products. There's been multiple homicides that happen over there. And of course, it doesn't stay right on the corner.
It's Media Day here at VMAC, and you know what that means. That means it's a brand new season.
Oh my God.
This is when the excitement definitely starts to pick up. You're starting to see all the new guys in their uniforms, the veterans coming back through, so it's an exciting time of year.
129.4, is that good?
Blitz has got some fun games that he's playing over there with some of the players.
The Spanish game was kind of hard. It was kind of hard, but I feel like I did pretty good. The eggs, like I said, precision, composure.
There's even a game that if you win, Blitz will give you a pair of sneakers.
And the bosses kind of threw me for a loop. The bosses, they did throw me for a loop, but I had fun though.
I didn't win, but you know, it was worth a try.
You're the first person I see that won today.
Hey, I'm a winner. What can I say? You know what I'm saying?
A major milestone is being met in Chicago Obama Presidential Center, the museum honoring the former president and first lady. It's been in the works for over a decade.
The ceremony will include lots of big-name performers, including Eddie Vedder, Stevie Wonder, and Bruce Springsteen. NBC's Lexi Suter is in Chicago right now, joining us to talk about the event. Lexi, this space is designed to be really different from what we think of as a traditional presidential library. So tell us what's different.
This place is so different, and the Obamas really wanted it to be that way. When you think of a traditional presidential library, you think archives, artifacts. You'll see that. But we are on a 19-acre campus on the south side of Chicago. So we've got a restaurant, we've got hiking trails, a vegetable garden. There's a full-size basketball court, a nod to the former president's love for hooping it up. So there's a lot happening here that goes beyond your typical presidential library, if you will. And that's why they're calling it the Obama Presidential Center.
Well, yeah, what's been the focus for the Obamas Obamas themselves when they build and help design this presidential center?
You know, one thing that I heard from the former president that was really important to him was creating a space for conversation, for discussion, for organizing. He got his start in Chicago in politics, organizing when he was in his 20s. So there's also an auditorium on this campus where he wants the community to utilize it for that. They really want this to be a place for the future generation. They want to inspire change, as you know, he ran on that platform for his 2 terms, inspiring hope and change, and they hope to deliver that to the community when they open this facility.
And what else can you tell us about this ceremony, this performers like Eddie Vedder, Bruce Springsteen? I mean, some big names that we're talking about.
Huge names: Bruce Springsteen, Christina Aguilera. I'm hearing that Jennifer Hudson, who is a Chicago native, she'll be singing the national anthem. It is a star-studded lineup. A lot of people in town for this grand unveiling. And remember, this has been about over a decade, 11 years in the making. The process and the plans for this place started when the former president was still in office. So really, this is a culmination of a lot of hard work from a lot of people. So we're going to see a lot of celebrities here today.
A house fire in Linwood's Meadowdale neighborhood displaced 4 people this morning. South County Fire says it happened on 178th Street Southwest, close to I-5. Everyone inside the home evacuated safely. The cause is now under investigation. South County Fire says this serves as a reminder to clear dry brush, foliage, and debris from the outside of your home, and also avoid storing any dry firewood close by.
First time in Seattle? Yes.
Yeah.
Where are you here from?
Columbus, Ohio. Good, that worked best for our schedule. We also are going to see Egypt and New Zealand on Sunday in Vancouver.
Wonderful. Welcome.
We're supporting Max Arfin from Columbus.
Yeah, our hometown. Awesome. Yeah.
Looking for 1 ticket.
What do you think of Seattle so far?
We haven't seen any of it.
Okay, so you're gonna go see it now.
Yes, we have. It's beautiful. We went down the waterfront for lunch yesterday. Beautiful spot. Good luck to both teams.
Are you guys heading down to the watch party there?
Yeah.
Are you going inside for the match too? You got tickets?
Right, yeah.
All right, enjoy.
Thank you.
Tell us about your journey to get here.
So many places. So, yesterday when I got here, people going out. You're trying to get a Cleveland Washington.
I remember coming here as a 19-year-old or 17-year-old, not knowing what to expect, not knowing what my life looked like. And 2 years later, after some really core memories here on this field, to be able to be drafted by Seattle, and again with not knowing what to expect professionally, I'm here 13 years later. It's a treat. It's amazing to be able to bond with the city of Seattle, create those long-lasting memories, and this is another one for the books. And I hope that the kids in Seattle, when they see me or see the national team, they feel inspired to be the next Christian Roldan or be the next Christian Pulisic.
Happy Juneteenth from the Tacoma celebration. We've seen
lines and lines of vendors. There's a whole food court area. The live bands are about to start up. It's a working holiday for a lot of the vendors here, mostly African-American owned businesses. And the theme of this year's celebration here in Tacoma is celebrating economic freedom. And I think most people know that Juneteenth marks the end of slavery, but for this celebration, they're truly celebrating the economic freedom that the Emancipation Proclamation brought this country. So we have had a great time talking with some folks, and we're about to enjoy some of the live bands. They'll be here all afternoon. Happy Juneteenth.
Could the World Cup crowd in Seattle top the Beastquake? That's the legendary Marshawn Lynch touchdown run from 2011, when Seahawks fans got so loud at Lumen Field, they registered seismic activity. Now soccer legend Casey Keller says the U.S. versus Australia World Cup match tomorrow could get close.
Not to disparage the LA crowd, but it was an LA crowd. This is going to be a true, I think, soccer crowd, so I'm excited about that.
We'll beat the Beastquake.
If we can blow that out the door, then I'm definitely going to send a message to Marshawn and let him know that soccer's taking him over.
City officials are urging people to leave early if you plan to take public transit today to help ease traffic on the roads. In addition to buses and light rail, King County Metro has launched a free waterfront shuttle service that runs through Labor Day. It connects several key destinations, including Seattle Center, Lumen Field, and the waterfront. It runs every 15 minutes from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and every 10 minutes on match days.
We don't know what the bear was thinking in that moment. We don't know what the people were doing in that moment. It's all situational as to what really did or did not happen or could have happened. We know that things could have escalated in that situation and they didn't. And that's what leads me to think it was less aggression, whereas the bear could have attacked and chose not to. Do not run. This will trigger their prey drive. It is not very common, but bears can be curious. They're curious animals. It's a lot easier to target a bear that is, for instance, getting into someone's garbage and is still hanging around the area, as opposed to being in their natural habitat and trying to find a specific individual. It's extremely difficult to be able to identify that one individual and know if it's the right one.